Good evening, everyone. So I just went into the kitchen and looked up, and there was something that I saw, which was ripe bananas. So about the only thing to do with the very ripe bananas is let's make banana bread. Hi, I'm Karen, and this is Grandma's New England Kitchen. One of the first things I'm going to do is make my own cake flour. So I have already milled 3 cups of soft white wheat. And to make cake flour, for every cup of wheat, you want to remove 2 tablespoons. So I have 3 cups here, so I'm going to remove 6 tablespoons of flour. Trying to keep it as fluffy as you can. I didn't count. We're going to remove 6 tablespoons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now replace that with the same amount of cornstarch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That makes your cake flour. So you can tell the difference between fresh milled grains and the whiteness. This would not have shown up in regular flour that you buy from the store. So just fluff it all together. And there we go. We now have homemade cake flour using fresh milled grains and instead of the stuff from the store. So let's go ahead and move on to mixing the wet ingredients. Well, you know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and finish adding the dry ingredients. So to this, I want a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of mace. I only have a half, so we're going to go half of a half. Then 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder. One. And 1/4 of baking powder. And 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. So let me do that also. Okay, so get that all mixed together. And now let's move over to the stand mixer and we'll start getting all the wet ingredients. I have 2/3 of a cup of softened butter, and to that I am going to add 1 2/3 cup of light brown sugar. And let's get this mixing. You want to get that nice and fluffy. But what's going to help, let's add 1 egg at a time. So it takes 2 eggs. And then I have 3 small bananas that are very ripe that I will get down and get blended up in there also. Okay, don't worry about it. Does look a little separated, but it seems to always happen. A lot of butter in there. Okay, so next, let me go and get some nice cold buttermilk, and that needs to go in. So be right back. With it going on slow, I'm going to alternate back and forth between the flour mixture and some buttermilk. So it's 2/3 of a cup of buttermilk that's going in here. They smell good. And let's get the last of the flour in. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I shouldn't. I should be calling my husband in here. He wants to help. And the rest of the buttermilk. Oh, I did forget 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Oops. Okay, a little bit more doesn't hurt. Oh, that smells good. Okay, let's throw the walnuts in to get mixed in. Keep everything going at a slow pace. And there we go. Well, let's get this off and mix that in. Okay, so let's get everything in the pan and get it into the oven. Okay, so I'm going to prep the pans. Do one at a time. So they're nonstick pans, but I am spraying them with some grapeseed oil. And let's get some batter down in there. What you will notice is because we are using, actually this is only going to make 1. Because we're using buttermilk and the baking soda and baking powder, this fluffs right up. Actually, I think I'll be able to get some minis done here too. Yeah, it's actually quite a bit. Not enough for 1, but we'll get some minis in. Let me go get my mini pans. Okay, so I got my little mini pans. Spray them. We'll do one at a time and see what we end up with. Probably only one mini. Yeah. Gosh, I'm getting messy here. I'm getting really messy here. See, this is what happens when you can't see what you're doing. Let's do it this way, so I'm not so messy. And we can get this tiny little bit over in here. Okay, so these are going to go into the oven at 350 degrees for about 35 minutes or until they're done. And I will bring you back when that is the case. Messy me. Okay, so I'll see you in a little bit. They are in the oven, and we will come back when they come out. Roughly about 35 minutes. Just make sure you check on them. The little one, oh, there you go. The little one has come out, and it's all ready. And the bigger one is just about ready to come out. It is looking very nice. They are both out, and I'll let them cool for a little bit and then take them out of their pans. Hopefully I do not fall asleep, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't stick. This one stuck a little bit. I did notice that, so hopefully that one didn't. So see you in a little bit. Okay, so this one's out of the pan. I did have the small one stick to the pan, and it fell apart. And I do know what I did wrong, and that was when I grabbed the pan, I just sprayed it real quickly, and I didn't cover the whole thing. So just be really careful when you're oiling your pan that you definitely get all of it. A lot of times I'll use butter. This time I didn't. I just used the spray. It was fine on this one, but it definitely did not work on the small one. This is out. It's very hot, and I'm going to let it cool, and we'll have some of this for breakfast. Probably tomorrow, at least I will. I'll see you then. I did taste the little one on what fell apart, and it was very good. If I don't see you tomorrow on this, I hope you enjoy it. Have a good evening.